In a world increasingly divided, a voice of peace and hope rose from where few expected. A simple man with a giant heart who chose to walk with the humble, listen to the forgotten, and renew faith through sincere gestures. This is the story of Jorge Mario Bergoglio. This is the story of Pope Francis. The roots. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was born on December 17, 1936, in the Flores neighborhood of Buenos Aires, Argentina. The son of Mario, an Italian immigrant and railway accountant, and Regina, an Argentine housewife of Piedmontese origin, he grew up in a modest home, surrounded by Christian values and simplicity. From an early age, Jorge showed curiosity about the world, sensitivity toward people, and a genuine love for his family. Before entering the priesthood, he trained as a chemical technician and worked in a laboratory. He also worked as a doorman and janitor, experiences that shaped his view on the dignity of labor and human worth. The calling. At age 21, Jorge Bergoglio had a profound spiritual experience during confession. There, he felt God's calling. Shortly after, he joined the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, known for their mission of evangelization, education, and advocacy for the poor. He was ordained a priest on December 13, 1969, and from that moment dedicated his life to faith, education, and simplicity. Even when taking on important roles, such as rector and provincial of the Jesuits in Argentina, he maintained an austere lifestyle. During Argentina's military dictatorship, he became a silent yet active protector of those persecuted. Bergoglio learned how to act in the shadows, saving lives and promoting reconciliation. The Archbishop of the Streets. In 1998, he was appointed Archbishop of Buenos Aires. He refused to live in the luxurious episcopal palace, choosing instead a modest apartment downtown. He rode the subway every day and visited poor parishes, hospitals, and prisons. He became known as the People's Cardinal. Simple in dress, firm in speech, and gentle in gestures, he emerged as a charismatic leader across Latin America. In 2001, Pope John Paul II made him a cardinal. Even with the red hat, his habits never changed. He continued to cook his own meals and walk the city like any ordinary citizen. The white smoke. After the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI, the world turned its eyes to St. Peter's Square. On March 13, 2013, the white smoke rose. Habemus Papam. Jorge Mario Bergoglio had been chosen, the first Jesuit pope, the first Latin American pope, and for the first time in history, a pope chose the name Francis, in honor of St. Francis of Assisi, a symbol of peace, humility, and care for the poor and for nature. As he appeared on the balcony, he said, "Before the bishop blesses the people, I ask you to pray for me." Silence, thousands in silence. The power of humility had begun to change the world. A different pope. From the very beginning, Francis broke with protocols. He washed the feet of prisoners in jail. He embraced the sick and the forgotten. He rode in a Fiat instead of limousines, and above all, he listened. With his simple yet profound words, Francis won over millions of hearts. He released encyclicals like Laudato Si in defense of the planet, and Fratelli Tutti on human fraternity. He called for a church that goes out, one that is missionary, welcoming, and non-judgmental. And in his most iconic phrase, he told the world, "Who am I to judge? The messenger of peace." Francis became a global figure of dialogue and hope. He stood with refugees, defended indigenous peoples, promoted peace among religions, and called for social justice. He visited war zones, spoke at the UN, and always carried the message, "The world needs bridges, not walls." Though criticized by conservative sectors, he never wavered in his mission to bring the church closer to the weak and the forgotten. A life of love. Pope Francis is not just the leader of the Catholic Church. He is a shepherd, a brother, a man. To the youth he offers hope, to the sick he offers comfort, to the marginalized he offers dignity. Today, his calm and compassionate presence continues to touch millions, with the gaze of someone who carries the world in his heart and the poor on his shoulders. Francis reminds us every day that faith is not about luxury, it's about love, that true power is found in service, and that the Church must be a home for everyone. Thank you, Pope Francis, for teaching us that humility is revolutionary and that the most powerful gospel is the one lived in silence. Thank you for watching this tribute to Pope Francis. If this story touched your heart, leave a like, share it with someone special, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And now I want to hear from you. What part of Pope Francis's journey moved you the most? What did you learn from his example? Leave your comment below. I'll read them all with great care.